Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD view. This is actually for Maxy, and this is a Plat 1 game. It is unfortunately a loss. They basically just put this as a great match. I had 4.6k damage amps, which is insane. I feel like I did all what I could for my team, but I doubt myself a lot, and I feel like I caused a loss, but that could just be me being really hard on myself. I still need to use more Mercy attacks in difficult situations and stay in proactive where I need to switch my positioning. I did have one bad Valk though, but I swear it was misinterpreted the situation. Alright, okay. So I guess obviously there's going to be quite a bit going on in this game, Maxy, but honestly, I'll have a look at the I guess, to see what you end up doing wrong, but trust me, don't put the whole blame of the loss on yourself, okay? Because, you know, everyone makes mistakes in the game. It's not like you've made all the mistakes and nobody else has made any mistakes, basically. So yeah, so I guess we'll kind of like just look into that. But if you guys want your own VOD review, would you like your own free Mercy VOD review? I did them live on my Twitch on Sundays at 2 PM in the UK, but don't worry if you can't make that time, as I also do them offline and upload them straight to YouTube as well. They only cost 7,500 Koala Moolah, or channel points as they're probably better known, which you can get completely for free by watching like my streams basically. I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at around 5:30 PM UK, so be sure to hop on over there, get saving, and you can have your very own VOD either shown live on stream or be done offline and just be posted to YouTube afterwards. For more info, do not be afraid to hop into the stream or come and join the Koala Creek Discord and ask one of my lovely mods over there. The link for that will be in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yes, so I guess we'll just get straight into it. We are using the Royal Gladiator skin today. It is a really, really cute skin. Absolutely love it. And I guess we're already set up for the team fight. It seems before I ever skipped it forward. We have us as a soldier, obviously really, really great to damage boost. Sombra as well, we can pop in to go and damage boost as well if we want to on the just in case to, you know, to be able to get the damage in and stuff like that. You know, if like they've hacked someone. Obviously Laurie's really great as well, damage boost, especially her ultimate is really, really great as well. It's absolutely insane. And we do have Ryan. He's not here yet, but he's there with the spirit, and obviously we might need to end up kind of peeling for the Ryan a little bit more just to make sure that we're, you know, keeping him topped up and keeping him healthy, because remember we're on this Lauri Mercy, so it means we might need to heal a little bit more. Alright, well, we'll get into it straight away. Nice positioning already though. I really, really like this. So we know they've got Widow, we need to be really, really careful. I already like this so far. Very, very nice. Don't really need to do anything so far. I think my main thing... Oh, your Sombra's just got taken out. My main thing is I've been looking kind of a little bit forward here, just to make sure that your Sombra is okay. So if she decides to translocate herself up like this, we're already preemptive her with the beam, but she ends up getting taken out without translocating out, so that's not on you. But that's just a little bit of an extra thing. So with Sombra gone, it means that we might end up looking to kind of go. Obviously, like, rotate in a second. Nice. Ooh, okay. Let's quickly look at this. Because I know what you want to try and do, and I know you want to rotate at, like, the last second. But I feel like it would have been actually a little bit better if we rotated a little bit sooner, okay? I'm going to tell you when. Now. You want to rotate now. The reason is because this is still a safe, like, kind of time for you to rotate, basically. Because what I would do is I would literally just do a GA, so just kind of look at your Lobby or your Ryan. You should be able to get a straight GA from them now and just look down and away like this, basically. Because hopefully that will kind of cue your soldier to move as well, because your soldier ends up kind of like just staying for some reason. So if you start rotating, it will cue your soldier to move, okay? Now, we know, obviously, that the Widow's going to be still stood main, okay? So if we want to, you know, we don't need to rotate with the soldier here. We are still really, really safe, okay? Are we getting dove? No. Have we got anyone to, like, hack us or attack us? No, okay? So we can vibe up here. We can vibe up here with this soldier like this. We don't need to rotate. We can just stay here. And then if we do need to rotate late, which is what obviously you end up doing in a second, we can then just use our soldier, once again, look down and away like this to protect our head hitbox away from the Widow and get out, okay? But I would have looked to rotate a little bit sooner than what we did, okay? We just want to make sure that we're still staying out of LOS. We know where the Widow and Sojourn are going to be. They're going to be main, or the Sojourn can slide up onto here, but obviously we're not here to do that. So we can very much just kind of vibe on this kind of staircase here and just wait a second, alright? Also, we do understand where the Widow is. Really got away with there. I would have looked straight for a GA there if we could have. It's insane that you get out there, to be honest. Really, really nice. Look to meet up with your soldier as soon as you can. Nice damage boost on the fire strikes as well. Nice. I would do a little GA around here to go around these pillars, okay? It's going to be risky, do not get me wrong, but with Rialto, obviously there's such little cover, especially on this first point, so you do have to get slightly aggressive, okay? Once again, I'd be looking to do a little GA across, whether it's like quickly just over to this box or something, or just like going straight there by looking down and away once again. We just want to make sure that we're still staying in, you know, with our soldier, staying pushed up, because he's our main bleeding target, and right now our Ryan is currently shielding, so it's not going to be able to do anything. I love how you put your blue beam on your AlphaAli though. Right now it's still a really great damage boost, but if we can try to make sure that we're changing our positioning here to make sure that we're here, because right now look where we are. If we're off to the side here, how many people can we put our beams on? Like 2 people. We could put our beam onto the Ryan, or we could put our beam onto the AlphaAli. That's it. However, if we rotate ourselves over to here, do you see how we now have a choice between all 3? We have a choice between AlphaAli, Ryan, and Soldier, okay? Whenever we're playing, especially if we're playing a low healing comp like Mercy or AlphaAli, for example, it means then that we can, you know, beam whoever we want, basically. Alright? Another thing you can do is you can stand up here. The only issue is you have to be careful of the Widow being stood up top, or maybe like grappling up onto this high ground or something. So you can kind of vibe up here if you want to, but obviously you just gotta be careful of this high ground basically. But I'd prefer to stay on the ground here. But nice. Nice damage from that Ryan swing. Okay, so we know where Widow is. Nice res. Just do that as a straight GA here, okay? We don't need to go up as we do, okay? As soon as it happens, bam, just do a straight, like, nice little GA and just get yourself over to this res. Love this res, though. Just if you can, if you're in comms, or if you can try to ping it, the reason is because hopefully your Ryan should stand here with a shield with you if you try to ping it. Obviously, it doesn't happen all the time. But it's just, you know, making sure that you're letting people know that you are going for this res. You do have to put it up at the end, which is really great. Nice. Nice. I've been looking to back off a little bit now, because obviously the Ryan, the soldiers end up rotating around, so nice that you end up obviously, you know, staying with the damage here. Just make sure that we're still looking out for our AlphaAli. Our AlphaAli is currently being attacked, okay? So if we can, try just to make sure that we're still listening out for our AlphaAli, make sure that she's okay, because what we can do is we can quickly use our Ryan to, you know, hop up to go and help her, basically, if we desperately need to. But just make sure that we're still listening out to try and help her, basically. We'll keep on going. Nice damage boost on the swings. Ooh. Yeah, this is unfortunately just a little bit of a lack of listening at this point for this one, unfortunately, Maxy. It's just I feel like you didn't know that obviously the Sojourn was going to be up there. All right, it's a really key thing on this map. A lot of, you know, hit scans and snipers, Ashes, Widows, Sojourns, they will come onto these high grounds. Even soldiers will obviously use the stairs and go up to come in like an attack on these high grounds. Basically, I didn't hear it. No, it's alright, sweet. But just if you can, even if you're just listening out for your AlphaAli taking damage and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, I would look to super jump myself upwards here just to make sure that, you know, we can keep our AlphaAli up basically. Because if you keep our AlphaAli alive, then everyone stays alive. Alright? Now your AlphaAli ends up obviously dropping herself. You end up dropping yourself. If you see her crouch onto you and you know that you've used your GA and you can't really move anywhere, don't be afraid to do a little bit of a crouch spam here, because it means that you'll make yourself a little bit more unpredictable to be able to hit with the railgun. Do not jump. If you jump, you do like a straight movement like this. Doop, doop, okay? And it's like same animation every single time you jump, okay? It makes it so easy for you to track your head hitbox. Compared to if you crouch, you can hold your crouch, or you can maybe like do a little like mini crouch and strafe a little bit, okay? You make yourself 10 times like less predictable to be able to hit if we're doing little like crouch spams like this rather than jumping, okay? But we also don't want to just stand still as well, because otherwise it's like, oh. So if you can, try to do a little bit of a crouch spam if we end up in a bad spot like that. Nice rotation here. Make sure we're getting our beam onto the soldier here. Or maybe try to go damage boost the AlphaAli or something like that, basically. But remember, just, I know Ryan is like a big beefy person. Just make sure we're being a tiny bit more like, I guess, precise with who we put our beam on. Alright? Nice, okay. So we know the soldier has his ult. Oh, never mind. Nice. I was just about to say, I know Soldier has his ult, so I'd be looking to make sure that he's okay. I know you end up kind of staying main here, which is unfortunate, because obviously you have this AlphaAli Rhine. So I respect that you're, what's it called? I respect that you're obviously staying with him and everything, because you do want to try and, you know, keep him up and everything. At the same time, I'm going to maybe try to do a rotation up here, because then you have the choice. You have the choice between the Soldier, you have the choice between the Rhine. You know, being able to help these out, basically. I was trying to go to him. I feel that's what you're going to do in a second. Which unfortunately you do end up getting to him, but it's fine. We do have our res though. What I'd be doing is I'd be pushing up with these guys. I'd be pushing up with your AlphaAli, I'd be pushing up with your Rhine. Make sure that you can get a pick off. Because then if you get a pick off and or like you make the Sombra translocate away, then we can get a really quick res onto the Soldier and bam, we're like ready and set up for the next team fight. There. She translocated away. Nice quick res. Because the res is a little bit risky, which bear in mind, I love that you do this res, do not get me wrong. Because this res is a little bit risky, don't be just be looking at the Ana like, oh, Ana shooting me, okay? Don't be just be looking at her as she's doing it. Instead, as you're resing, be like, okay, Ana's shooting me, I don't care. Look to see who we can get out, okay? Because if we get out sooner, it means that we could have taken 2 shots instead of 3 shots from the Ana there, because we would have been able to get back and then we can sit with our Soldier to help him afterwards, because remember, we still know the Sombra's still nearby. Okay, but we don't just want to like look at the Ana, like face on and be like, haha, look at me, you know. But I respect this res here because, you know, you need to try and get it off. That's very, very nice. We're gonna get out, obviously, back into the pylon range, which is very, very nice. Okay. Key thing with Rhines, just as a quick little thing from any of my Rhine girlies. With Rhine, with the way that Rhines work is very much they will get their shatters kind of at the same points as each other. So if you know that your Rhine's got a shatter, you can kind of predict where the other Rhine's going to have shatter. And obviously if the Rhine's swung or like pinned someone, say the enemy Rhine is obviously swung or pinned someone, you can expect it a little bit sooner than your Rhines. But it's just a really good indication to see kind of where the Reinhardts will be at with all charge basically. So because our Rhine has used our shatter recently, I'm going to be thinking in my head, their Rhine's going to have a shatter. So what can we do to be proactive and think to ourselves, how can we, you know, not get hit by the shatter? Well, we can either play off to an angle with our team. So it's either we can like, you know, play off to the side like this basically and like play like quite far back. But then we run the risk of the Rhine, you know, just walking past and hammer down and we both go down. So how can we predict, you know, how can we prevent ourselves getting shattered here? Go up here. If we are on this high ground, it means then that, you know, we're going to be away from the Rhine. Because look at this little Rhine. Can this Rhine fly up to us? No. Unfortunately not. Rhine does not have an ability that makes him fly. So it means that we can vibe up here. We can use our beams up here. Obviously, you know, we just have to be careful of, you know, say the Soldier's line onto us or the Sombra. But then, you know, if we see the Sombra, then we will obviously have to drop, unfortunately. But these high grounds on Rialto are so good, honestly. Like, I love high grounds on this map because there's such like little cover and stuff like that. So your best bet is to use these pieces of like high ground and stuff like that. But it's honestly, it's such a good piece of high ground. Also, little thing, you can actually contest the payload as well if you stand right on the edge. There's been a few times where I've had tanks like Divas, for example, just stand here and the cart won't move. Because you can actually contest the payload here. That's not really something, you know, as Mercy. But just a general fun fact, I guess. But yes, I would just vibe upon this high ground here, damage boosting your Soldier, because then you're out of the way for the Rhine shatter, and you're being proactive with it, alright? But nice. He ends up shattering the Rhine. Don't be afraid just to a quick little G cancel here just to try and get your beam on. It's unfortunate that he's obviously ended up being attacked like this, basically, so I feel it's going to end up being a back out. But it's a nice little, I guess, to have if like you end up getting forward, but he just ends up getting solo shattered. That's on him though. He should be able to bottle the shatter. Rhine diff, if you ask me. Nice. Oh, okay. Let's quickly talk about this because I like what you do here. This is really well played. It's just we could have executed it a little bit better. All right. So let's talk about it. So Rhine loses his Rhine, you know, 1v1. He gets diffed. That is what it is. Okay. So, with this, try if you can to hug this wall. I tried. No, exactly. And I see that, Maxy. Honestly, you've done the absolute right thing. It's just ever so slightly a little bit wrong, okay? So, first of all, hug this wall. I'm going to be you throughout this entire sequence, okay? So, I'm going to hug this wall like this. The reason is because I'm now going to be looking for a GA straight across to these pillars. which is exactly what you do. You just end up kind of drifting out ever so slightly like this. So if you can, try just to hug this wall a little bit more. We hear the ultimate, okay? Nice GA. Love this GA. This is exactly what I would have done. Then hugging this pillar. Really, really nice. Next thing is, as soon as you get to this pillar, we know that Sojourn will probably want to use a slide in a second to be able to get to us. So I'll be looking to see who I can GA to. I'll be sat here. Sojourn will use her slide in a second. Bam. Because Sojourn's used her slide, as we're GAing, we can then use it to get up here. We want to go up here like this, okay? We don't just want to be kind of going kind of down like this, because us going down like this means that Sojourn can still track us, because if we look to see how far away Sojourn's going to be, she's obviously going to have to slide to make distance rather than use slide to get height. So it means we can vibe here. As soon as Soldier gets to just where he's going to get out of your GA range, you GA, do a quick flick up like this and go up here. The reason is because then you're going to meet Soldier up here anyway, so it means in case the Sombra tries to translocate onto you, it means then that you have your Soldier ready to be able to, like, what's it called, protect you and stuff like that, basically, okay? So it's just ever so slightly like a little bit of a change of movement by looking to see and listening to see what the Sojourn's going to be doing, because you could hear when the Sojourn uses her little, like, rocket booster thingy magic. I don't know the name of them, but like, you know when she like slides along the floor, that thing, you could hear it. So if you can, try just to make sure that you're going like up like this, just to get ourselves a little bit safer. I respect what you're doing though. Like, I respect that, you know, trying to get yourself back out into the cover and stuff like that. It's just unfortunate that you do end up making it out. Alright, but it's all good. We're going to be coming back with probably an EMP this fight, which is going to be really, really great. We can pair our EMP with Valk, which means that we can try and get our beam onto the Sombra as soon as possible. So we could try and help people in the backline that have been hacked. Nice. Oh, it's just unfortunate your Soldier ends up kind of getting vibed about. Love that you're using this positioning and crouching down like this. However, as soon as you can, like for example where your Lori stood right now, try to move yourself forward, because when you're going to be uncrouched, which is obviously when you want to get your beams onto people, it means that you're going to have to peek these guys. So if you can, try just to preemptive and come forward like this already and be ready to get your beams onto these guys, okay? We're going to have EMP coming up, so I hope that we're going to Valk for it in a second. Nice. I would Valk here. The reason why I'd Valk here, unfortunately, Orion's anti, which you can't really say, but I would have Valked here just to try and make sure we're like keeping it up or something, or even like go and contest the payload ever so slightly, because this is still a winnable team fight for us. Like, we can, if we pop a really good EMP here, we can definitely like win this team fight. EMP is such a good ultimate, especially if your Sombra is really good and gets a lot of people with it. So, but we would have definitely like still been like, you know, we could have popped our Valk and then kind of like just vibed kind of about here-ish, because everyone's going to focus the Rhine. So it means that we can use our Valk to be able to contest this point, basically. So we Valk now. Nice. Oh, I see. I see. And the reasoning is because we go out of the team fight. Let me quickly go. So I'm going to be you again, okay? So I see that my AlphaAli is pushed up. Let's go up. I'm gonna GA and I'm gonna be over here. That means I can vibe over here and I can see what my Rhine is doing. Obviously, really good that you're staying here and damage boosting your AlphaAli. It's really, really great. Okay. I know that they're gonna start contesting in now, so let's pop Valk. So I pop Valk and I'm gonna vibe up above here. Nice. I'm gonna be damage boosting my Rhine throughout all these swings. You know, I can go and help my my AlphaAli, who obviously, you know, the Sombra is not focusing her, but I'll be mainly focusing damage boosting onto the Rhine like this, okay? I will then kind of come onto the point like this. I'm going to contest the point just for a second, because obviously, you know, I'm going to use my Valk. Valk has some really, really good movements, so it means that we can, you know, vibe about on the payload, and we can kind of like use the payload as our movement, you know, going around like this basically. So it means that we can vibe on this payload, and we can also try and, you know, even damage boost our AlphaAli, because obviously, you know, Rhine's gone down, but we're going to use it to contest. Okay, Rhine falls. What do we do here? Sombra's going to go in EMP in a second. So I would just stay on the point. Stay on the point and focus damage boost. Because what's going to happen? EMP. EMP, we want to damage boost this Sombra cube straight away. I was hoping she wouldn't go for the Rhine. She should have gone for like the Ana here most definitely to get an instant pick off. I don't know why she starts to cube the Rhine, but that's on her. Go for a damage boost here. Go for a damage boost. And try and keep her up. I don't think she's gonna be, you know, gonna be able to to stay up basically, and the reason is because of how, like, you know, how much she's being mowed down by all these guys. So you're not gonna be able to, you know, be able to help her too long. But as she's getting mowed down, res here. The reason is because, same thing, all of these guys are now going to be tunnel visioned onto the Sombra, giving you a perfect, nice little res opportunity here. Plus, as well, you've got a Tracer coming back. If that means, you know, if we get the res off and we keep our Alarri up as well, this is going to be really, really great for us to stay alive, okay? It's just us being more active in this team fight, okay? Use our Valk and use our really good movements in Valk and use that to our advantage to get a nice little res above the store and also to contest this payload like this. So, I'd vibe about as soon as Sombras are getting attacked by everyone, go up to go and do this res like this, because then when the res is done, she would have done the res and she would gonna get taken out. We could put our beam onto Alarri. Don't know if that would have helped us, to be honest, but we then have a Rhyme with a big shield. We can back ourselves out, maybe go and peel for the traitor if she ends up obviously being attacked by the Sombra, but we can get back out like this basically. All right, but we'll keep on going. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I knew I messed up here. No, it's alright, sweet. But honestly, like, at the same time, I don't think that was very winnable for you guys as well. Nice damage on the pin, by the way. That's just fortunately a reset at that point. But it's so good. I don't know whether you guys would have won that anyways, but it would have depended on whether your Tracer would be able to get back or whether your Alarri would have been able to stay up. But I respect what you wanted to do, and I feel like you know, you had the right intentions. It was just executed a little bit badly, that's all. But it's so good. Keep it going. I'll be looking as well to push up a little bit more here. I know obviously that your cast is going to be your main Bluebeam target, but can you see how everyone is already like pre-engaged in a team fight? If you can, as soon as you get LOS onto your Alarri, I want you to G yourself up here. The reason is because as soon as you G yourself up here, you have someone to damage boost. Because look, your cast, obviously, your cast, I'm saying like GA from like over to here, by the way. My Sombra was 21 and 20. Oh my gosh. Awesome. But anyways, so obviously, so as we see the Alarri's in our LOS, GA to the Alarri, because you can allow the cast to walk up and we get some better damage boost out. Like, we get extra damage boost out, basically, because we can vibe on these stairs like this, and we can sit here and we can damage boost the Alarri with all of her shots, basically, like this. Or we can maybe then use a GA to come and help, like, peel for our May by doing a super jump up like this to be able, like, you know, to get our beam onto her and then keep ourselves safe. We just want to make sure that we're being a little bit more active into this team fight, basically. We did get into it, but I feel like we should have done it a little bit sooner. Yeah, that's fine. Nice. Don't be afraid here just to really, like, as soon as you have your beam onto the Alarri, don't be afraid to kind of, like, just come in and then go straight back out again like this, just to get yourself distanced. They're playing a very, apart from the Sojourn and the Ana, but, like, with the Break, the Sombra and the Rhine, they want to play close range. They want to try and get up close with you guys. So if you can try to get yourself back to way as soon as you can, it'll help you out so, so much, alright? Nice damage boost on your Alarri here now, though. I'd be looking to, you know, for the Rhine to come up for a pin, as exactly what he's doing. That's all good. Just once again, don't be afraid to use your Alarri to, like, G yourself back and everything if you need to. Alright? Nice. Very nice. Obviously, top of the Rhine. You guys should hopefully win that. Nice peel for the May. Nice ping as well, obviously, you know, to alert everyone, basically. And I love how you're playing underneath. Very nice. So we know the Sombra's still going to be behind, so I'm going to see what you end up doing with that. That is very aggressive from your Rhine. I hope that you got the other Rhine. But yeah, this is what I mean. I know the most attack, I just don't use it. No, exactly. Oh, C9. You're going to get C9'd. I hope in your... This is what I mean as well by being aware that the Sombra's behind. You want to try... Obviously, I know that your team's pushed up and everything. But we need to try and make sure that, you know, we're alert to our team. Like, guys, there's still Sombra behind because... this happens, unfortunately, okay? You know that Sombra's behind because you pinged it, okay? So it's either you communicate with your team or, like, you're constantly, like, pinging behind. Be like, Sombra, Sombra, Sombra. Or, like, you stay on the point yourself, okay? It's not really your fault because obviously your team do push forward as well because your Rhine just tries to go for the most aggressive shatter in the world. But it's just making sure that, you know, that we're making sure that our team is properly alerted that the Sombra's still behind. And just to make sure that, you know, we're making sure that, you know, we're not going to, like, C9 it. Basically, as we have done, okay? I'll obviously the go to go peel back though to go and help. Really, really nice. It's just unfortunately the end of C9 in it. That's a good. Instead of doing a vertical one here, try to do it in and out GA. The reasoning is because obviously we want to try and create distance from the Rhine, and also we don't want to waste our like really long GA cooldown by just going up in the air like this and making ourselves quite an easy target for the Sombra to be able to hack. We want to try and get this beam onto our Rhine and then just GA ourselves back here, because then, you know, the Sombra has to come through the entirety of the team to be able to come to you basically. But it's all good. Nice heals, just watch that the Riders are falling. Just to back out. He was so aggressive? No, he was. But so good. I think your mage's just gonna stagger, unfortunately. Yeah. Your mage was just going for like a... I don't know what your mage was doing there, to be honest. We should have just got out, but it's all good. Just, if you feel like the person that's doing something is making a silly decision, don't go with them. Okay? Because if you feel like these guys are just like being a little bit like silly, goofy, and like for example your Mei, okay? If you feel like your Mei's being a little bit silly and goofy, don't go in with them. Like, you know, just be like, I'm gonna die if I do that. I think it's better if I stay back and I help other people, alright? Don't be like trying to risk your life and like getting into like a bad position because you feel like you're gonna save them. Nice. Very nice. Love how you flick the damage boost on straight away for that that castle. Really, really nice. Oh, we're rallying, okay. Nice. Okay, I love this. I feel like we should have done the little like mini super jump. Like if we wanted to try and get a beam onto the cast, we should have done it a little bit sooner and just kind of vibe down here. The reason is because we don't really have anyone to attack us when we're kind of like over here-ish, apart from the Honor, but the Honor's gonna be too busy trying to kill up the Rhyme. So we can just kind of get our beam onto the cast. If we leave the cast, love how you end up obviously just leaving them. You go straight to damage boosting someone else. Beautiful beam management here. Really, really like that from you. Like the switch of the beams as well. As soon as the rank gets pinned, you go to someone else. Very good beam management here. One really key thing to know as well, and kind of like team fights like this, can you see how your Ryan, during that entire time where you were healing him, the pylon was healing him, and also he was like not being attacked by anyone, because obviously with Ryan he's got that big shield, so unless if anyone's behind his shield, he's not going to be able to get attacked, okay? So he is completely fine. Allow him to stand with his shield and allow the pylon to heal him up, and just focus damage boost on your cast for this like little bit. Obviously, if he was getting attacked a little bit more, or he was a little bit lower, fair enough, go to heal him. But right now, he is so safe. He's got this pylon to heal him. He could just stand here with his shield, and we can go and damage boost the cast. All right, keep it going though. Oh, nice damage boost. Just make sure we're getting our beam into the Alari a little bit sooner. And yeah, just unfortunately your Ryan just once again goes in really aggressive. He could definitely do, I think, better with a more healing support comp. So I think if I was you, I'd maybe switch to like an on or something, or like, oh well, you're supposed to switch to a bat, which should help your Ryan so much more. Go and help your Ryan here because obviously you know he's gonna get hacked and everything. I would have done GA to make sure he's okay. Nice. Be careful of the side angle. I know obviously I can see the Sombra during the replay view and stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, we need to be really careful of the Sombra. Plus, as well, we know that Sombra has not used EMP in a hot minute, okay? When was the last time we had a Sombra EMP by the enemy team? It's been a while, okay? And we know as well they're going to have Shadow and they're going to have Nano. These are really big ultimates that, you know, can very easily change, you know, that can change the team fight, okay? So what I would be doing as Mercy here, I'd be thinking to myself, okay, where can the Sombra come from? And where can the Sombra EMP from? Okay, so openings, we have main, which obviously is going to be the very least likely because you're not going to have a Sombra just running invisible main because she's just going to uncloaked. She can come from this side here if she wants to, and she can also come from this side. Most likely it's going to be this side because usually you'll have like some kind of hit scan or something like in this corridor here that's going to be using this angle, which allows the Sombras to come round onto this angle here. And she's going to go EMP activate or whatever she says, right? And she's going to like this, okay? So how can we avoid ourselves from getting hacked here? Because we have our Valk, okay? Now we can either predict the EMP, in which case, you know, we can pre-Valk it, and then obviously, you know, we can, you know, have like a cute little clip to on to TikTok. Or we can make sure that we're playing out of the way so we don't get caught out by the EMP, okay? I'm going to think to myself, okay, she's most likely going to come from that side. I'm going to play around either one of these. I'd probably play around this pillar like this and making sure that as soon as I see that Sombra, bam, we block LOS. If we block LOS from the Sombra, she can't hack us, okay? So I'd be looking out for her, making sure that I know where she is. Bam, straight behind the pillar. EMP activate, whatever she says, right? And then bam, we're behind the cover already. And we're like ready for the EMP. Now we pop the back ourselves. Let's quickly rewind this. I like the early Valk from you though. I really like the early Valk. Very, very nice. This whole part is a mess for me. Let me have a quick look, sweet. So overall, I like your decision making so far. So I like this. Only quick thing is try if you can to flick the damage boost onto your Ryan when he does the slam. It takes like a second. Or that's just like a very like minor thing. Other than that, really, really great, okay? If you want to res this, either res it instantaneously or don't go for it at all. Remember as well, they've not used EMP for a while, and Sombras are weird, and sometimes they will just solo EMP a res because they want to. So if you can, either try to bait it out with obviously like looking to go for it, but then don't go for it. Or just look to try and enable someone else. Look to, you know, damage boost your Mei and like play out of the LOS of these two by playing like here or something like this with your Valk, okay? At this moment in time, you know, we want to either go for the res instantaneously if we desperately want to go for the res, which I would recommend because obviously, you know, they've got the EMP, or we just play behind these like pillars and we play far back and stuff like this, all right? So just kind of like play for your safety here, all right? Obviously, we're doing it kind of hesitating, which is unfortunate. Nice. I love your use of obviously like the pillars and everything to try and keep yourself as safe as possible here. Just if you can, try to hug the pillars a little bit more. If we're kind of flying, because obviously we end up kind of flying about here. Us flying about here is actually opening up the angle. Instead, be a little bit more strict. Play up against these pillars. Because can you see how this is going to block us more than if we're kind of vibing out here, okay? Because I love the thing that you're trying to use, and don't get me wrong. Be really, really strict with the pillars, okay? Be like up, like, be like you're hugging the pillar. Be like you're hugging the pillar like this, okay? And you're like right up next to it. We don't want to be kind of like just hovering out like this, basically. And you need this cover. You used it like ever so slightly, but it was a little bit loosely using cover, like around here. Be a little bit more strict with it, like bam, I'm here. Bam, I'm here. Just to make sure you're staying out of LOS, alright? Really good team fight though. You guys do end up winning it, which is really, really great. And we made him use EMP as well, which is huge. If you win an EMP fight, it's always really, really great. Obviously, we're spy checking for Sombra right now. So that's fine. Oh, found it. Nice. Make sure that we're pinging it as well. Ooh, okay. Like this, okay? I like that you're spy checking for it. As soon as you find it, make sure you ping, okay? If she then uncloaks herself, it is not your job to go and kill the Sombra, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, you will lose that 1v1, okay? So as soon as we know that she's there, ping it and get out. Ping it and either, you know, blue beam your bat, blue beam your cast, just something to make sure that she, like, goes away, okay? Because we're not going to win that 1v1. It's all good, you know, you spy checking for it, but as soon as you see it, bam, get out, because you don't want to get hacked, so you don't want to get caught out by her. Alright? Keep on going, though. Oh, so we know where she is now. Nice. Make sure we're still holding up blue beam on our cast, because he's fine. Ooh. Be a little bit more strict with your movements here, okay? Because I like that, obviously, you know, you're trying to fall around with your cast, but wait for your cast to cross forward into that. Can you see with that doorway that he's in right now? Wait for him to get into that doorway before we go to GA. Because what you end up doing is you end up kind of like following around like la-di-da, 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 and you kind of like end up being stood out here. You're in LOS of like 4 people right now, if we're including the Sombra in this mix, okay? We're stood out completely in LOS of these guys, and we don't want to be, okay? So if we can and we need to get to this Ryan, use your cast. Use your cast, do a little cancel GA. Oh, look, I'm with Ryan and I've got my beam on him, okay? Can you see how, like, much safer it is doing that rather than us kind of, like, just vibing out, kind of drifting out into this open, okay? Be more strict with your position in there. Nice heals onto Ryan, though. I'm going to know they're going to have shatters, so I'm going to be looking to kind of come off to an angle. You're too close to be able to get away to be out of the range. So what's our next bet? Our next bet is playing off to the side. If we play off to the side like this and he shatters main because he wants to ego the other Ryan, then we're going to be completely safe because then we could just kind of peel for everyone, okay? We just have to kind of come back round here for the Ryan shatter now. Oh, he comes for you. Okay. Nice, obviously, that we do end up getting out of the way of that really, like, well fought there. Nice. We know where Sombra is. What are we going to do about it? As soon as we know the Sombra's here, back out. We don't want to be kind of vibing about near them. As soon as we hear that Sombra, use the GA to get ourselves to this back pillar so we can create that distance. Because yes, she's going to hack the cast, but she might end up just focusing you because you're like, you know, you're not really like making any effort to get away from her basically. So if you can, as soon as you hear that Sombra, bam, back off, come over to here. Unfortunately, she ends up getting... Ooh! No. Oh, dude, it was so good. I loved your GA away. Let's quickly have a look at it. I feel like you know this is a mistake, though. So, obviously, nice on the dodge. Respects, obviously, you going. Just damage boost this, by the way. He's, like, really, really healthy, and he has damage reduction. So, we don't need to be, you know, going to heal him at this point. We could just quickly put the damage boost on to get anyone that's going to be zoned. Because what's going to happen is now these guys know what the cast is, so they're not going to peek it anymore. Obviously, so this is Sombra, so I would back off. Okay. We now know that Sombra's probably going to have her hack back online. She's also probably going to have her translocator back online, so we need to back off. So, this is nice. Just stay with your bab now, okay? What we can do here is we can peel ourselves back here and just kind of vibe up here, like make ourselves like really hard to get, because we can force the Sombra. I think this is her translocator that she's trying to throw. Or it might just be, oh, it's just one of her bullets, actually. It's a very stray bullet. I was, like, wondering what it was. But we just need to back off here. Back off as far as you can. Force the Sombra to come to you, in which case, oh, look, I'm behind a wall. Or we can also just sit and, you know, damage boost our back. Or go and heal our Rhine or something. We don't want to go back into LOS of the Sombra, because then we're like, hey, Sombra, come here. You know? And so she would not be there or distracted. No. She'll be happy with her kill, and then she'll be looking for her next target, basically, to go and hack, okay? And we don't want that to be us. So we do that by simply backing off, coming back over here, and damage boosting these guys and helping out with these guys, basically. Alright? So once you end up getting taken out, Ryan's kind of walking onto the bat. We have got two, and we're coming back with a Bastion. However, I unfortunately don't think we're going to be able to do anything in touch here. Oh, I say that as our Bastion goes on, but that's going to be it, unfortunately. So, I'm not going to lie to you, Maxy. That was kind of a little bit our bad here, because obviously, you know, we don't want to be kind of going back into the Sombra. Just play your distance, play safe, and just kind of make sure that, you know, you're keeping your life at that very moment of time, okay? We don't need to risk anything for a res. With how close the spawn is as well, we're not desperate for a res though, because of how close the spawners are going to be, okay? We could just vibe, stay alive, and then keep on going. Oh, no, though, Maxy, we're doing really, really great so far, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like your beam management is where it's at, okay? I love whoever you're getting your beam onto, and I love your damage boost and your healing. Like, it feels like, to me, that you've got them beams down really, really nicely, okay, to me. I think your main things are just kind of your... is mainly your decision making, and also your what's it called, your positioning every once in a while, which I'll talk about more at the end, because I'm going to see what we end up doing for this next bit. We have a life weaving now, which means obviously a lot more healing for us, which is really, really great. They have Widow, okay, so we need to make sure that we're playing really, really safe. Nice GA. I get that you want to do a sling here, which is absolutely perfect. Excuse me. Just make sure that you're doing the sling by going down and away like this, so we can block our head hitbox from the high grounds. Nice. Nice. Honestly, do not be afraid to damage boost the Bastion a little bit more here. We could definitely get in and damage boost the Bastion a tiny bit more, because he's super healthy, okay? Just push it a tiny bit more than what you are. What we want to do here with the Bastion is going to try and work down the Rhine shield, because as soon as that Rhine shield is gone, bam, we could just walk in and take space as much as we want, okay? So our main job with the Bastion here is to damage boost him and try to work down that Rhine shield as much as possible, alright? Nice. Remember, because obviously there's going to be people up above. Nice heals on Rhine here. Nice. Respect you coming back around like this, like just walking around. Really, really nice decision making here from you. Nice. As soon as we know that the life weaver is just going to be sat here healing the Rhine, don't be afraid to, once again, put the damage boost onto the Bastion, okay? Rhine still has his shield up. It's marginally healthy, but it's not the best. But we can just, once again, we can focus our damage boost on the Bastion. Because if Bastion gets a pick here, this is going to be huge for your team, okay? So, just if you can, try just to make sure that we're damage boosting the Bastion here once we know that the life weaver has pretty much got it under control with the Rhine. Alright? Nice. Exactly what we end up doing here. Nice. We're being a bit nosy here, okay? This is why I love when Mercy's do this, because I always like say to them, oh, you're being really, really nosy, because this is what you're doing, okay? Do we need to be peeking this angle as Mercy? No. We can actually get all the information that we need to by simply standing back here, okay? We don't need to be nosy and be looking in like, ooh, what's going on in this doorway, okay? We don't need to. Instead, we can just vibe, play back here, and we can damage boost the Bastion like this, because we know by sound cues, and we know as well by just, you know, listening to and also seeing the damage that the Bastion's taking, what is going to be happening over here, okay? So if we can, try just kind of stay back, because we can stay back here with the Bastion. Sorry, not with the Bastion, with the Life Weaver. We can stay back here. And we can just stay here and damage him, okay? We don't need to be peeking out being like, hey, what's going on over here? Like, you know, we don't need to. We can instead just play back and just play here, alright? It just prevents us from taking some extra damage. But it's all good, because we don't end up taking any, which is still really, really great. Nice. Go up with your Bastion here. Your Bastion is trying to take a 1v1 and is taking space. Allow your Life Weaver to sit here and heal the Rhine. It's our job to go and push up with the Bastion, okay? Very, very nice. Awesome. Really, really great. Nice. You can obviously, you can leave that for your Life Weaver to heal, as long as the Life Weaver gets back and actually heals him.
Reinhardt, where would you be without me?
Drop back. Drop back behind here. Don't drop forward, okay? Whenever we have someone underneath us that needs healing, okay, we always drop to the side that the DPS that the enemy team is not on. Because us dropping this way, hi team, how are we doing? And you know, you're like, what's it called? You're allowing yourself to get attacked by all of these guys, okay? Okay? But if we drop this way, hi, can you see how like we're completely just, we're not going to take any extra damage here. We're just going to drop behind and we're just going to be able to heal like really, really nicely, okay? So we just don't want to drop forward here. I expect that you have to drop forward though. I've been looking to get myself up straight away as well to go to your Bastion. Very nice. Very, very nice. Really well played. Lovely beam management there. I want you to use more beam management like that. Really, really great. Nice ping obviously on the Sombra. Very, very nice. Very well played there. The little sarcastic South has me. Going for your Rhine here. We want to try and help on Rhine here. Oh, do we... Right, okay. We want to try and just J in. It's just... I don't know why he's going in. The reason why I'm odd here is because I don't know why he's trying to go in at 1 HP, trying to shatter the whole team when he knows he's just going to die. We want to try and get in a little bit sooner here, because all we want to do is we just want to GA and just hug this wall, okay? We don't need to be on payload. As Mercy, we should never ever be... I say never ever. The majority of the time as Mercy, we are not the ones that should be pushing the payload. It should be someone else, either our other support or another DPS. It should very rarely be Mercy that's left on the payload, because there's so much damage potential, so many like stagger kills or like early picks that we can get off if we are pushed up with our DPS, okay? Or in this case, our Rhine, I guess, okay? So as soon as we know that he's going to start taking a little bit of damage, and we know that obviously none of the enemy team have died yet, so he's going to take a lot of damage, especially when his Rhine... So it's especially when his shield breaks. So if you can, try just to try if you can just to G ourselves forward. Make sure they've got the beam on. I'm not saying this is going to absolutely counteract the decision that the Rhine's made, because the Rhine did make a stupid decision here, okay? Because for whatever reason he decided to go for a shatter when he's like 1 HP. He should definitely just stay backed off. So that's once again, it's not massive on you here, but we could have tried just to I thought Life could pull him. Life could also pull him, yeah. Don't know why I didn't do that either. But still, I feel like that's kind of like a good thing, a really good piece of advice I can give to you, Maxy, is unless if you're playing in a high ranked lobby, you know, just think to yourself, I can't trust my team. Because honestly, and even that, I still do it sometimes, especially if like I'm playing like certain matches. I still will be like, I'm not going to trust my second support, and I'll go and do stuff myself, okay? And I'll go and like push up a little bit to go and get that little bit of extra healing, just purely because I don't trust my team. So if you feel like that, then, you know, just go forward and help out a little bit more. Not saying that would help that Ryan's decision, because that Ryan did make a decision. However, you know what that Ryan's decision did tell us? That the enemy Ryan's going to come for shatter soon, alright? So we have Sojourn ult. Damage boost here. Remember, as we're GAing, we can switch our beams. We can do whatever we want. Basically, we're not stuck to, you know, just being on one beam. So what we're doing here is, as we're GAing ourselves back here, making sure that we're putting our damage boost beam onto the Bastion if we can. Unfortunately, obviously ends up getting taken out by everything. Very, very nice. Oh. Ryan death, I fear. So good though. Don't bother resing him. I know you want to go res here. Don't res. The reason is because Ryan is going to spawn right here in just a second. And he charges forward. Bam. He's pretty much back here, okay? Because if we res there, and then this next team fight happens, and then someone dies, we don't have, what's it called? We don't have now a res to be able to, you know, help out if we go to res here, okay? So I'm glad that the res does not go off here. Because we don't want to waste our res on someone that's just about to come out from the spawn, okay? Keep going. Nice. You can make that GA cancel there, by the way. The red top mentality. I respect it. Ooh, okay. We don't want to Valk here. We don't want to Valk here. The reason is because this team is not wanting to take a team fight here. It's very, very rare that a team will want to take a team fight when the payload's here. Instead, they'll wait for the payload to push around the corner like this. And then they'll start the team fight here, in which case that's when you want to pop your Valk, okay? I feel like you pop it a little bit too early when we can do pretty much what we just did as Mercy here by not having the Valk, okay? We can focus on damage boosting the Bastion. And then yeah, this is the Valk I mentioned, yeah. I could tell, but it's alright, sweet. I feel like you've got the most out of it as you could by pushing the damage boost as much as possible, and what you're playing as, what your position was really, really great. It's just the timing of it. But it's all good. It's too late. No, it's alright, sweet. Don't worry. Alright, so we're back. Damage boost. I love your Ryan just using the Pel to get up. Nice damage boost obviously on the Bastional. Nice. Make that, instead of doing the, because I've seen that you do this a few times now when you go in to go and peel for people. Instead of doing this like mini super jump, do a quick like look directional GA out, okay? The reasoning is because us doing this little mini super jump like this and then going backwards is not A, going to be slower, but also B, can you see how we're putting ourselves into LOS of the Sojourn and also the Sombra as well by going up like this? If we can, whenever we're playing Mercy, we want to try and make sure our GAs are as direct as possible, okay? So if we can, we go peel for the Sombra, bam, 180, get ourselves straight back out there, you know? It's like, I'm trying to think what it is. It's like that meme where it's like, it's that Simpsons character, I don't know which one it is, and he like walks in through the door and then puts like his hat and like things on like the coat hook, and then he like instantaneously like turns back around and then gets all of his stuff back on and then walks out. That's what you need to be doing as Mercy like pretty much all the time, is literally just like going in and then just like straight back out again. Alright, keep on going though. I'm hoping that people understand that as well, because I'm just gonna sound like an absolute weirdo. Tree is going to provide so much healing here for your life, for your tank and everything. So just go forward and push up your Bastion. Your Bastion's going to be the key one to get picks off here. He has got such a good aggressive angle here, so we want to get up and damage boost him here. Tree and also Lifeweaver can very easily help your Ryan here, because he's very, very full HP, okay? He doesn't get picks, which is really, really great. We should definitely been with him a little bit more than what we did. But that really, really great. So Ryan's going to push forward. Don't be afraid just to GA to him, by the way, because we can GA to this Ryan as we're going up. So it means then that we can obviously get a little bit more closer to him if we desperately need to. Don't be afraid to do that if we need to. So we're basically getting taken out, unfortunately. Nice positioning here, though. I do like this. Really, really great. Nice heals. GA yourself out, because you end up kind of like just coming forward, which is okay, because obviously, you know, I know you want to help your Ryan, but can you see how you're still like allowing the Sombras to come and attack you, because you're like like you're just walking over here, okay? If we GA ourselves back, it means that we now have a Sombra to go and peel for us, and also we have the life, you know, the Sombra's gonna have to come past the Lifeweaver as well to come and hack us. So if we can, in this kind of scenario, just kind of sling ourselves back and then just allow the Sombra, you know, not sorry, like forward, like make the Sombra work for the kill if we can. All right, keep going though. We're not going to be able to get that red off while the Sombra's still alive, by the way. It's very, very hard to be able to. Nice. They've used EMP for Shire, that's fine. Nice pull. It's just unfortunate as the game pulled back. Nice heals on the Bastion. Just fortunate once again, he takes a lot of damage. Nice. Just a reset here. Nothing more you can really do. Peel for your life over here. Don't be going for the res. The reason is because it is better if you try and keep everyone alive and we don't trade lives for reses, okay? The reason is because if the life weaver dies here and we res, we still can't push in properly because obviously we're down to support. So we want to try and make sure that he's staying alive before we go for this res. I respect that you want to go for the res because you want to try and get in like quickly. Nice. I like that backwards J, by the way. That's what you should be trying to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like going in and going out. You want to try and use that a little bit more. Alright. Nice. Once again, same thing. Make sure that we're damage boosting a little bit more there. Nice, obviously on the bastion. Love that. Love that beam management. Very, very nice. Nice peel for the Sombra as well. I know that you're stressing about the Sombra behind us, okay? How can we reposition ourselves to make sure that we're not being scared by the Sombra coming from behind us, you know, using these stairs? Play in here. If we play in here, the only way Sombra can attack us is either coming straight from us, like face front, or she can come down these stairs, okay? High ground? No, we don't use high ground here. The reason is because the only high ground we've got is this one, and this opens up this complete window, and also it's a very, once again, very easy spot for the Sombra to come up. Is what it, sorry, is, I know I've been harping on about high ground for the entirety of the first thing, okay? But this is sorry where you don't want to use high ground. Because yeah, can you see how like if we go up into high ground here, we have LOS of pretty much all 5 of these guys if we go up, okay? The only time we want to go up into high ground is if we have someone with us, like for example the Bastion, in which case if the Bastion is, you know, pushing up here, we can vibe outside of here, or we can like vibe or like here, all right? But with this kind of opportunity, okay, you have to think to yourself, okay, where are the easy spots where Sombra can go and get to us? Or where is it, like, you know, going to make it hard for the Sombra to come and attack us if we're kind of positioned here and we damage boost, like, and play around here, alright? Because that means we're not constantly looking backwards as well for people. Nice. Just make sure we're still looking out for our Bastion, okay? It feels like we very much kind of abandoned our Bastion. We're not really looking at him. Remember, Bastion is our main blue beam target throughout this comp, so we want to try and make sure that we've kind of got our eyes on him, like, all times, because obviously he's going to get us the most value. Nice damage boost though onto the Bastion. Nice heals onto him. I respect that you're going to damage boost this Bastion ult as well, because obviously what I would normally say with Bastion ults like this is a Bastion ult like this would then allow your team to push forward and then, like, you know, take advantage for it. So let's say instead of having a Sombra, you had a soldier. I would have left your what's it called? Your Bastion to use that ultimate and go forward with the soldier, because then it would have provided like a really good, like, you know, zoning ultimate basically. But because obviously you don't have anyone like to very much damage boost going up like that, because obviously you have a Rhine and you have a Life Weaver, really like good decision making here to stay with him. Very, very nice. Make sure that we're being really strict with our movement though. We're not just like walking out into LOS. Like, once again, be really, really strict with our movement here and our position. We know that the Sombra's behind, so what are we gonna do about it? We Valk, which I respect the Valk. Nice res now that, you know, this is distracted. Very, very nice. That's your best Valk yet, Maxy. Really, really, I loved your decision making with this, okay? My only thing is, you know, when you were coming up this thing here, and we were scared of the Sombra and stuff like that, try to J yourself around quicker, because then it means that, you know, what's called, we're already like away from her as soon as possible, okay? It's fine if we push up ever so slightly here, because we have the Rhine with a shield and everyone's pushed up, okay? This is a really good Valk. I respect this Valk, because obviously, you know, we invest tree, but they invest B as well. So I respect that we, you know, we end up going for the Valk, also because we want to try and use the Valk for res, which you do very, very nicely, okay? Love how you focus that blue beam as much as you can. When you realize that the Sombra's distracted, love how you go for this res. Really, really nice. Love your beam management at the end as well. Obviously, you know, going to go and peel for your Bastion. My only like little nitpicky thing with this this Valk, just use your cover slightly more if you can, okay? Because you end up kind of like just Valking, especially towards the end, you were Valking out in, you know, out in LOS of Sojourn. If you can, try to make sure that we're adapting our positioning as we're Valking by just making sure that we're still playing in cover if we can. All right. Other than that, a very, very good Valk. I really respected this Valk. It is very, very nice. Your Ryan just goes in super aggressively. Their Ryan's now going to have Shatter because obviously, you know, they're pretty even on shatters and stuff like that. So I'd be looking to back out here. There's going to be no way that we can kind of push this in here because Ryan's just going to end up just shattering us in a second. All right. Nice backing out though. Very, very nice. Once again, don't be afraid to use your Bastion to be able to get out, or use your Life Weaver to get yourself out and back a little bit more. Mercy's beams are really, really long, okay? And it's a really, really good practice as Mercy to try and like play at max beam range of the person that you're with, because it means then that we don't end up in scenarios like this where we end up obviously being shattered like this. Because what we could have done is we could have used our Bastion. Sorry, excuse me. We could have used our Bastion to be able to like G ourselves like back and far back basically, so we don't end up getting caught out by the shower. Alright? We unfortunately do end up doing. Bastion ends up falling. We could go for oh, he dropped the platform. Why did you drop the dude, if he kept the platform up there, we could have gone for an easy res and then we could have just pushed in. It's unfortunate he dropped the platform, because if he dropped the platform I would have just said super jump with the Ryan and go for a res, but he just does that. We needed to make sure that we're getting to our Ryan a little bit sooner here. I understand that your first, obviously, GA ends up getting boots, which is completely fine. But with the second GA, you end up kind of, once again, doing like a mini super jump. Allow this to be a sling or even just a straightforward GA, just to make sure that you're staying in beam range. It's so important as Mercy to make sure that we're keeping our beam up time as much as possible, alright? We keep going. Nice GA back for the Bastion. Nice to look out for our Life Weaver. Nice heals onto him. Nice. Alright, be careful for EMP, because obviously we know they have used EMP for a while. So just make sure that we're playing up cover, we're playing away. We have just got the Sombra though, so that's really, really great. Nice. Nice peel. Nice heals onto Ryan. We don't need to rotate. I understand that, you know, you've rotated here. We don't desperately need to rotate here, but I respect the rotation. It would have been better if you kind of like just vibed outside these little columns or something, or stayed where you are. But I respect why, you know, why you rotated. Nice. Obviously the EMP for the Shatter, which is completely fine. Nice Valk, because obviously it's going to end up being the last fight. You want to try and keep people alive. Nice push on the damage boost. And instead of just being a team kill. Really, really nice. Ooh. Alright, this is getting competitive, Maxy. Let's keep going. Because very much the same things as earlier that I'm going to say to you. So it's all good. Nice positioning here. Very, very nice. Love that positioning up here, can I just say. Very, very nice. Love that. Nice peel. Nice. Love your beam management there. Really, really nice, Maxy. This feels like a different player. I don't know why, Maxy. You played all of this absolutely perfectly. This feels really weird because honestly it feels like a completely different player. You played this absolutely beautifully, okay? Love how, like, you know, you're playing back here and then you know, you end up, you want to go and help the Sojourn, but obviously you don't want to kind of like sling yourself across here because obviously, you know, we know the Sombra is probably going to come and try and hack, okay? So I love how you do the mini, like, super jump here. My only thing is just to try to drift out, because you end up kind of drifting out ever so slightly. Stay kind of pushed up here. Loved how much you obviously helped damage boost your Sojourn as soon as you know that she's going to be safe. Love how you switch to the Ryan as soon as he starts kind of brawling out with the other Ryan. Absolutely beautiful beam management here and lovely positioning as well. You did this team fight so well, Maxy. Keep playing like this. This is a beautifully played team fight. I loved it so much. Now we have lost our Ryan, unfortunately. do this as a straight sling. At this point, we have to do a straight sling, but also if we look, they've switched off Sombra now, which is absolutely perfect for us, okay? So instead of doing a little super jump upwards because we're putting ourselves in LOS of people, use this as a sling off to the side, so it means that we can help our Sojourn and be safe ourselves as well. Lovely beam management. Very, very nice. Nice. Obviously, we know that she's an ice block. My main thing now with May, and obviously with our Life Weaver, is just peeling for them after this ice block. Nice. Nice heals onto Life Weaver as well. I just unfortunately your May does end up getting pulled out. Your Life Weaver should have definitely pulled out. Okay, we need to follow with Sojourn here. Life Weaver is because there's a complete 360. Do you remember how I was like praising you on your first attack that you stayed with your Rhine when your soldier did something very, very similar? It is complete 360 now because we have someone that is able to out heal and has the abilities to be able to help enable your Rhine, okay? So when we know that our Sojourn has our ult, GA through here. We want to GA through and we want to try and help enable the Sojourn ult if we can. Because we don't want her to just do this by herself. Go up. Go up here because obviously we know that the Ryan's going to be, sorry, not the Ryan, the Reaper's going to be down below. Nice, you end up doing it. It's obviously a little bit slower. Nice, backing off. Very, very nice. It's just unfortunately your Sojourn ends up falling because we don't end up committing with her, okay? When we've got these big game-changing ultimates like that, make sure that we're looking out to, you know, what's it called? To be enabling with the blue beam, alright? This is just going to be the back out though. We want to try and stay alive here. Just do that as a straight sling out. Obviously, Life Weaver is going to pull your Rhine out, so it's going to be completely fine. We just want to just play our life here and play for the next team fight, okay? My next team fight, we're going to have, what's it called? We're going to have, Tree. We're probably going to have a Blizzard as well, possibly your Valk as well. So we just want to try and back out and stay alive here to use these big ultimates all together in one big fight in a second, okay? So just do this as a straight sling out instead of you just kind of like doing this mini super jump, alright? Nice though, really, really great. Nice. We don't really have a main blue beam now because of what they've got. Oh, your May should have just Blizzard. I don't know why your May did what they did, but that's not on you. Nice. Don't be afraid to damage boost. Oh. I'm gonna guess there's like a little bit of lag or something, but that's fine. Nice Valk. Very, very nice. Don't kind of like just float yourself across though. In your Valk, if you can, try to use your Gs to get out. But also, there's no need for us to come around here, okay? We're so fine just kind of vibing, I guess, like around here-ish as Mercy with our Valk here. There's no need for us to move, okay? If we're safe, stay in that space. Alright, let's keep going though. Nice. Use Tree. Nice, yes. Just do that a little bit sooner if you can. Love how you use that Tree to res though. I'm so glad that you ended up doing that. Very, very nice. Valk is ending though. Ooh, okay. It's just the end of our Valk, okay? Try to make sure that we know when our Valk is going to be ending and either obviously head up onto a high ground or something, or just make sure that we know we're going to be positioned. Because I feel like we end up ending our Valk, G'ing ourselves like through, and then we get a little bit lost, which is how obviously the Sojourn ends up, you know, picking us off basically. If we can, try just to make sure that, you know, when we know when our Valk's going to be ending, so we can get ourselves back into a good and safe spot. Either like up, I probably would have recommended probably up here or something like that, because the Sojourn was on the low. Hopefully you guys should end up to get it though, yes, because you end up C9 in it. Very, very nice. Honestly, Maxy, that is your best round so far. Love how you played throughout that entire thing. It was honestly a massive step up from what we've been having previously. So really, really nice. The sad part is coming. Alright. Well, first thing, try to, whenever you're playing on attack and you're playing with a flying hero, you want to be really, really careful of snipers. So make sure you're not super jumping yourself up into the air. Try just to make sure you're still slinging and still playing against these like pieces of cover if you can. Like you're doing right now. Nice res. Just make sure you have an escape route for this res. As per proven. What's going to happen is this Reaper is going to hear you res and is now going to be like, what? The boost is resin? And, you know, they'll try and like come for you, okay? As soon as you've got this res off, don't be afraid to just quickly J back to your Life Weaver and come behind these boxes, because this is still enough distance for you to get your beam onto the Echo for when, you know, she ends up coming out from her, like, I guess, immortal like phase if you can. Alright? So if you can, try just to make sure that you've got that escape route for when you res. I love how you end up actually using the Echo's body as like a little bit of a body block. It's kind of iconic. I love it. That's all good. Nice. Awesome. Just same thing again. Make sure we're not super jumping out into the open. Make sure we're using our super jump to reposition rather than positioning. Alright? Oh, you did get life grips. Very nice. Just unfortunately your Echo ends up falling, but that's alright. Is what it is. Nice damage boost here. Nice heals onto the Rhine. It's just unfortunately your life boost going to fall in. Yeah. Oh good. We just reset here. Go again. Nice. Dude, I love how your Genji deflected for the res there. Very, very nice. Nice ping. Very, very nice ping. Really nice awareness as well there. That is not your fault that the Rhine ends up falling here, because obviously you're too busy trying to like obviously peel for your Genji. It's completely not your fault here because you did as much as you could. I would have maybe tried to peel for Rana a little bit sooner though. Nice peel for Genji though. Ooh. If we're safe staying in that space, we're still really, really safe up here on this high ground, okay? There's no need for us to, like, properly rotate. Save your GA for when the Bastional, like, starts, and then we can either rotate ourselves onto a different high ground or something. We don't need to be, you know, what's it called? We don't need to kind of risk our lives to be doing, like, a risky rotation like this. And you, obviously, you have to go for the touch. So I respect it. And, yeah. It's just unfortunate. None of you guys end up, obviously, building ults, and they end up, you know, building their ults, basically. It is what it is. Overall, Maxy, honestly, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. Do not beat yourself up about this. Genuinely. If you're sat there and you're beating yourself up thinking that this is your fault, don't be. Okay? Because I feel like, especially that third round, you played really, really well. So do not be, you know, if you, like you said before, if you have your Sombra going 21 and 20, I don't think you're the issue. And honestly, you were not. Looking at that, you played really, really well. Genuinely, okay? Let's start with some positives. And I've said this throughout the entirety of the VOD. Your beam management and who you put your beams on is absolutely impeccable, okay? I absolutely love it. I love how much you're flicking on that damage boost, especially people at half HP. It's very, very clear to me that you know how to use your beams as Mercy. Absolutely no need to, like, you know, no need to change any of that because it's absolutely perfect. Genuinely love it, okay? The only thing I could say, which, I guess kind of flows into positioning, but I'll get into that in a second, is there's been a few times where you kind of like don't go in, or like you end up kind of going in weirdly to go and like help peel for people, okay? Make sure when we want to go in to go and help someone that it's a straight GA back, like a straight like 180 GA or a backwards GA, just something to be able to get yourself back out straight away. Kind of the same with your reses as well, okay? Just make sure that we, you know, if you want to get in and get, you know, not aggressive, like getting to go and help someone, we, you know, we make sure that we're doing that directly, basically. Which I guess comes on to my positioning thing. I feel as though Maxy, we do need to try and make sure that we're still being a little bit more strict for our positioning. The reason is because there's been a few times we end up kind of like drift out into the open, either in our Valks or like just in general, and we end up kind of drifting ourselves out. Make sure we're still being really, really strict for our positioning and make sure that we know where we're going to be positioned, and then use our GAs and use our GA techs, which I know you can do. You just don't use them for some reason. You want to show them off, okay? If you can do these fun like Mercy techs, show them off, use them in your games, okay? Because you want to like make yourself unkillable. You want to be sat there like, I am the most unkillable Mercy, and you're gonna like, you know, do this amazing like cancel GA buddy hops, do whatever around the map. You're gonna absolutely love it, okay? So just try if you can to utilize that movement a little bit more, because then that means that you can play from cover to cover really, really nicely, okay? Valks, I don't think Valks are your main issue, because you had some really good ones and had some bit of iffy ones. Once again, we talked about them as they've come up, but I don't want you to focus on them mainly. I think your main things that I want you to focus on right now, Maxy, is mainly just getting, you know, using your tech more and make sure that you're, you know, having that positioning, alright? And then, last thing is don't be super jump resin, okay? Remember, use your super jump to reposition rather than positioning, as the great Neander obviously says, because, we want to try and use our super jumps to get ourselves to pieces of cover instead of just getting, you know, out in the open, because us being out in the open is just going to get us killed, especially when they have people like a Sojourn and stuff like that. But other than that, Maxy, I hope that was alright for you, sweet, and I hope that was okay. But once again, thank you so much for everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch who've been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD reviews. Obviously, I say at the beginning of the video how you can get it, so if you guys want one, then it's over there. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much, obviously, for the lovely VOD from Maxy, and thank you for watching. Bye!